morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. So today I wanted to share something with you that's been intriguing me for the past couple of days. And first I'm going to share some scripture with you that goes along with it. And it's Ephesians 2:8. God saved you by his grace when you believed, and you can't take credit for this. It is a gift from God. So the other day, somebody shared a story with me that I had never heard before, and it was about C.S. Lewis. And the story goes that there was this committee that was put together, and the whole point of the committee was to figure out what set Christianity apart from all the other religions. And they put this committee together, they're kicking it around, they're trying to figure it out. And C.S. Lewis walks in and he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" And they're like, "Well, we're trying to figure out what sets Christianity apart from all the other religions." And he goes, "Oh, well, that's easy. It's grace." And the light bulb goes off. They're like, "Oh, he's right." And so this story was intriguing to me, so I had to figure out if it actually happened. And I couldn't find any factual evidence that this actually happened, but the story presents a truth. And the fact is that grace is what sets Christianity apart from all the other religions. And even though I found the story to not be true, this kind of set me on a path to start looking into C.S. Lewis's life. And what's really interesting about C.S. Lewis is that he started his intellectual life as an atheist. And he converted to Christianity eventually because in his search for trying to figure out why the world was the way it was and how it was created, Christianity ended up being the best explanation for why things the way they are. So I put all my research together in kind of a more structured format to share with you guys. So I'm going to read it to you. But the three main reasons why C.S. Lewis converted to Christianity was, number one, human reason makes no sense if our thoughts are only the result of blind random processes. So in other words, if our minds are only the product of chance, there's no reason to trust our thoughts. Christianity explains reason by pointing to a rational creator. The second reason is our universal sense of right and wrong points to a real moral law, not just preference. And the third reason is the deep, persistent longing we feel for something more, something this world never fully satisfies, seems to point beyond this world. So Christianity didn't just offer Lewis comfort, it offered him coherence. But the turning point came when Lewis realized that Jesus would not allow him to remain neutral. Jesus didn't present himself as merely a moral teacher. He claimed authority, divinity, and the power to forgive sins. Once Lewis accepted that, he had to decide whether those claims were false or true. Lewis eventually surrendered, famously calling himself the most reluctant convert in all England. And what he discovered on the other side of that surrender was grace. Not a system of earning God's approval, not a ladder of moral achievement, but a God who comes down to us. Every other system says, become worthy, then you will be accepted. Christianity says, you are accepted, now be transformed. Grace is not the reward at the end of the journey. Grace is the beginning. So, where are you still trying to earn what God has already given? Are you approaching God through performance or through trust? What would it look like today to rest in grace instead of striving? Those are the questions that I'm asking myself from looking at this information, and I'm going to ask them of you. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you got something out of this. Have a blessed day.